These aren't hypothetical. Most people out there that talk about any of this, they've not built them from themselves. I've built all of these for us, for other people, and have generated millions of dollars in the majority of the categories of all 16 of these. So there's this thing that many of you have heard me talk about called the perfect, look at that, I made that wrong, product suite. And I'm going to come back to this in a minute. And some of you have heard me talk about this. So this isn't the new teaching. I'm about to get to the new teaching. And my goal is for everybody in here by the end of the year to have a low ticket, a mid ticket, and a high ticket product or service that can impact people's lives. Low ticket meaning this is the place where it's kind of low priced. This is medium priced. And this is high priced. And so we're going to arrive at the perfect product suite. But you have to know what you want to do in the perfect product suite. You have to make a decision. This is what I want to do. Don't have Pete tell you what to do. Some of you might want a membership site. Some of you might not. Some of you might want a coach. Some of you might not. Some of you might want to have a speaking team. Others might not. Some of you might want to do done-for-you services. Others of you might not. For me, which is what most experts do to force you in telling you the product or service that you should want, is forcing something upon you. I want you to choose today. I want you to choose today. I want you to not just make a decision of what 3 are going to go into here, but what is the first one that I'm going to focus on during this challenge. And so here's what I'd like to share with you guys today. I don't know how I'm going to draw this because this is the first time I've drawn this. Some of you today in the start bucket. There's some of you today in the momentum bucket. And there are some of you today that are really trying to scale to the next level. Your business is cranky. And I'm going to tell you, based on Pat Quinn's insights and my insights, what I feel and what we feel are 16 different products and services that you can choose from. And for the first time ever, we're actually bucketing them into these buckets. Now, here's another mistake, Vicky, that you would do, is you would just say, like, if something's in the momentum, but you're in the start, if you feel called to it, this is not the gospel. This is just our recommendations. This is not a gospel. This is our recommendations. And so I'm going to go through 16 different products in about 10 minutes that I believe will help you. And I'm still hearing something in here that I believe will help you make a determination of what you either need to create, make better, or even some of you add to if you're in momentum or you're in the momentum. Like if you're in the start bucket, you got to choose one today. You can pick your 3, but you got to decide on getting one built. If you're in the momentum bucket, you either need to get rid of something because it's not working, perfect something because it's kind of working, but you got to make it better, or add something. That's what you got to do in the momentum bucket. If you're in the scale bucket, you got to make sure you have no gaps, and you got to double down on the things that are working. You got to double down on the things that are working. And so let's get into this. In the start bucket, I'm going to start with what we feel are the 3, and we're going to go 6, 5, 5. The 3 that we believe a lot of people who come into our community find to be the ones they want the most of. Coaching. A lot of people want to coach around health, around life, around business. This is an intimate coaching relationship. I meet with my coach every week, Wednesday from 9:15 to 11 a.m. weekly. He knows me as good as probably my wife or very close to it. He knows everything about me. He sees my blind spots. He's very involved in my business, my personal life, and he helps make me better. And he works with some of the biggest and best businesses that exist out there, and he's a phenomenal human being. Coaching can be done in a one-to-one or a one-to-many, which is also called group coaching. And coaching, you get paid more for one-to-one, you get paid less for one-to-many. Depending on the industry or the niche, depends on the pricing of these. I mean, I know people that spend $250,000 a year to get coached one-on-one. I also know people that coach pastors for $10,000 a year one-on-one. I know people who coach parents or other couples for $1,000 a month one-on-one. Like it varies. But I also know a lot of people who coach one-to-many, which is also called group coaching. You want to get to this point because that's where your power becomes. You can serve more people here. You can serve people deeper here. The second thing that's a great place to start in the start bucket is digital products. I'm actually going to call it a digital course that you sell as a one-time purchase. There's no continuity to it at all. You sell it, it's done. If it has ROI or financial implications to it, I've seen digital courses sold for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. I've seen them sold as high as $10,000, not normal. $3,000 to $4,000 seems to be a pretty sweet spot. If it's relationship or time management or goal setting, I've seen them sold for $500 to $1,000. If it's health and wellness or that, I've seen it sold from $100 to $500. You can have a low ticket, a mid ticket, a high ticket level course, but digital courses are the second bucket of products that I believe exists in the start bucket. The third bucket that I think exists, and this is a popular one, is we call it a service-based business. So all of our marketing agencies, our Facebook ads agencies, our technology agencies, our financial advisors, or we also like to call this done for you services. This is hot right now. People want something done for them and they will pay a premium. And I believe that if more people in the start bucket, like our student Adrienne Richardson did, she didn't start by running Facebook ads. She runs all of our ads. She's worked with Pat Quinn one-on-one. She didn't start by running ads. She started by just doing something for anybody. She would write an email. She would build the website. She would create a funnel. She would just do it for people because people don't want to do things. Human beings are fill in the blank for a shirt backstage. Come on, lazy. Yes, that's a shirt. You got you a Your Message Matters shirt. They're lazy. Why don't you could get this up and running tomorrow. You can't get this up and running tomorrow, Pat. You can get this up and running tomorrow. That's the third one. Man, I'm going to have a hard time filling in the blanks here. The fourth one, and we'll talk more about this on Friday, is your own events. Now, here's the one thing I want you to know about your own events. You can charge for your own events. And there's low ticket, mid ticket, high ticket. You can buy an event for a ticket for $100 or $200. And it's one to a lot of people, and you learn a lot of stuff. Just know that low ticket means learn. You learn. Low ticket equals learning. Low ticket also means a to-do list. Mid ticket means that you're probably going to build out some type of game plan. Mid ticket, you're building out some type of game plan. And a high ticket event, you're getting something done. You're getting something done, like done, finished, executed, which means fewer people typically in those. I'll talk more about the 3 different levels of your own event on Friday. Low ticket, mid ticket, high ticket. The 5th thing is, I believe, and I started here in college, is a network marketing business. And I want to tell you what, if you don't really, there are people who have given the industry a bad name. I'm going to tell you what, this industry got me through college. This industry got me through college because I didn't, here's the power of this industry. I'm just going to speak it out loud. You don't have to build your products or services. You don't have to do your own customer service. You don't have to build the technology, the fulfillment, or all of that. You just got to find somebody who has an integrable product, a great product. That's the power of this industry, is it's already built in. Grant Cardone said, you put me in a town in a solid network marketing business, I can go to 0 to millionaire right away because I don't have to build all of the infrastructure because the infrastructure is already built. A lot of people, that's not a bad place to start. I'm not in a network marketing company, but I believe that is a place that some people might need to start. And then the 6th one is fundraising. We believe nonprofits, real estate investors, as they get on more stages, that they can raise the funds that they want quickly through fundraising. So this is not just for nonprofits, this is for for-profits. But if you can put together fundraising programs that appeal to somebody after you're done speaking. Scott Harrison did this so well with Charity Water. Every time he spoke about his message, people wanted to donate a water well. That's because he knew how to do it. He's not a student of ours, but he understood the stage to scale methodology. These are great places to be if you're trying to get started. Let me talk about the last few here. Let's go into the momentum bucket, which is product number 7. Membership sites. Membership sites. This is ongoing continuity programs. I know that a lot of people might say, or some people might say, it's a great starting point. I believe it's a great point to build momentum. You want to know why you don't have momentum is because you don't have reoccurring income. I have 4 product suites today that are reoccurring. And I didn't do it in the start bucket. I did it in the momentum bucket. And I moved it to the scale bucket. It even moves with you and up levels with you. So membership sites, continuity sites are a great one. Masterminds are a great one. If you've been around in our community, you know I used to loop masterminds and coaching together. I can't anymore. In integrity, I can't anymore. Because somebody that's just getting started doesn't necessarily have the credibility to do a mastermind. A mastermind is not coaching. A mastermind is a premium group that you get together, and either they see you as the mastermind in the room, so they're paying a premium to come mastermind with you 1 time, 2 times, 3 times a year. It used to be that masterminds would be 2 to 4 times a year in person, and maybe 1 digital time a month. And it's either that you're the mastermind, or you've collected a bunch of masterminds who are paying, so people want to be a part of that mastermind. I just believe it makes more sense in the momentum bucket because now or in the scale bucket. So these can also be what you do in the scale as well. So masterminds are powerful. They're very powerful. The 9th one and the 3rd one in this bucket is what I call affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is simply, hey, I don't have any products and services, I don't necessarily want to be in a network marketing company because that means you're representing that one company's products. I'm going to go do affiliate marketing and I'm going to represent other people's products because I believe in their products. Do you realize that affiliate marketers can get paid 40, 50, 60, 70, 80% of the sale by referring it to their family and friends? And they could promote one day, like last year, we promoted Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi's product. We also are promoting one of my friends, Pedro Deo's products. We actually are an affiliate. We get paid a commission. So you guys who talk so good about other people and have a lot of relationships, affiliate marketing is a great way to add to your revenue source. 10, and the one that we're probably most excited about today is training and consulting. Training and consulting. People will pay you for one day of training and they'll pay you for ongoing consulting. Pat Quinn and I get paid $30,000 to $40,000 for one training day. We call it a VIP day. I started at $5,000 a day. Pat Quinn and I both get paid 6 figures for consulting. And we actually had 2 clients last year that paid us 7 figures for consulting. I love training and consulting, man. This is different than coaching. This is extremely intimate. This is more strategic. This is more ongoing and intimate. This is more strategic. 11 is, last one is what we call revenue share. It's just a fancy word for commission. Hey, if you know you can go get somebody a result that they cannot get by themselves, and you can say, I just want to be compensated a rev share by helping you get the result that I'm promising you, people will pay you a percentage or a rev share. How do I know? We did several of them last year. Instead of charging maybe $250,000 for consulting, we lined up a revenue share deal because we knew the result that we could get somebody. And I won't even begin to tell you what this has helped us create to create scale in our business and momentum in our business when our business was stuck last year. Our business was stuck, and this helped us create it at a different level. This almost could move into this bucket, And then for those of you that are in the scale, and I'll bring this full circle here, is you have the opportunity as you move into the scale where people will sponsor your stuff. They'll sponsor your products. They'll sponsor your events. They'll sponsor email blasts. They'll sponsor your podcast. They'll sponsor things. There are people that get paid 6 and 7 figures of sponsorship because they have a community that the sponsor wants to be able to get their eyeballs on that sponsor. For some of you in the scale bucket, and if you're not in the scale bucket, don't worry, you'll be there one day. Sponsorships. 13, physical products. Man, planners. Anybody have Michael Hyatt's planner? Anybody have Brendan Burchard's planner? Anybody have Rachel Hollis's planner? Anybody have some type of physical product and who has a physical product that you get every month or every quarter that comes to your house? Say me in the chat. Say me in the chat. Me in the chat, if that's you. Yeah, I know the numbers behind that. Why does it make more sense here than over here? I'm not saying you can't do a physical product to start, but when you have a big community and a big audience, a physical product makes a lot of sense. 14 is, man, Pat Quinn and I have done this with so many people. You want to know how you scale? You build a speaking team or a training team. Dean and Tony don't want to be the speakers and they don't want to be the trainers. So we've went into their company and built their speaking team and their training team. Now they don't have to deliver all of the talks, nor do they have to deliver all of the trainings. Same thing with Rachel's Challenge. We built their speaking team. So they had 50 speakers out, so one personality doesn't have to do all of the speaking and the training. It's a powerful, powerful way to scale. Got two more, guys. Two more. And don't forget, the first 3 or 4 are the ones that we would say are the most popular for people who come into our community. The first 3 or 4. But I just want you to see the opportunity here. And then the second to last one is people will license your IP. You might not know this, but right now, Grant Cardone licenses my IP from me. He licensed my IP. And the 6th one, and I won't get too deep into this, but some people advocate, why don't you just buy a company to scale your business? And we just bought a company to scale our business. IP means intellectual property. Thank you for that, team. Thank you for that. Or thank you for that, people backstage. So here is this. You don't have to pick what I tell you to pick. I'm not saying you have to do a digital course. No, you don't. You get to pick what you want to pick, what you want to choose. But I'm asking you to make a decision to choose something, so that you can do something with it. So Rachel's challenge, the first client I served, we all of a sudden said, okay, what's going to be our low ticket? We're going to have a program called the Friends of Rachel, which is a group coaching program. And we're going to charge $997 for schools to be a part of the Friends of Rachel program. Awesome. And then we're going to have a training and consulting program for schools, And we're going to charge $5,000 to $10,000 for that. And then we're going to have district-wide consulting. And we're going to charge 6 figures for that. Do you want to know how we took Rachel's challenge from $52,000 in a few short years to $7 million, impacting millions of kids? By having a perfect product suite that any school or district could afford. You look at advance your reach. I'm going to do advance your reach, and then I'm going to bring this thing full circle and give you your homework assignment. You look at advance your reach. How did we start our company 5 years ago? Forget about how did we start our company? I'm in the start bucket. I'm not trying to be, I can tell you where I'm at with the scale bucket, but you want to know how we started our company is we were like, oh, let's go build a digital course, which I don't recommend as the first start. I really don't. Because it took us way too long to get it done. And we're like, let's charge $2,000 for that. And this is what I want you to see. And then I got some recommendations from some people to say, why don't you create a one-on-one program, a one-on-one coaching program, and charge $20K for it? I was like, cool. And then there was also a group coaching component to it as well. So we did one-on-one coaching, but then every week we met as a group. So we designed this program. On Sunday, I'm going to talk about how you can splinter programs, but basically, I was too scared of that. I was like, nobody's going to pay me that. So I was like, let's just do the group coaching program too here. And let's charge $10,000 for that. I think that's going to be what people can afford. And so we had our low ticket. This is when we got started. Our mid ticket. And it took us about a year to get here with all of these. And our high ticket. And Pat Quinn can tell you the story. We had 27 people come to our very first event. Not 270, not 2,700, not 27,000, 27. And 12 of them became customers. And all of them chose that. And that is when I saw the power of the perfect product suite. I had seen it for everybody else because I had done it for everybody else. All of these aren't hypothetical. All of these 16, Pat, are what we have built for ourselves, or what most of them are what we have built for other people, starting with Rachel's challenge. These aren't hypothetical. Most people out there that talk about any of this, they've not built them from themselves. I've built all of these for us or other people and have generated millions of dollars in the majority of the categories of all 16 of these. But I didn't choose all of them for myself because there's some that resonate with me and some that don't. But all I needed was one good program. One good program. And 12 new customers to allow me to pursue my message full time. And so here's my ask today. My ask today is I want you to get clear, if you're in the start bucket, on you can map out what's going to go here and what's going to go here and what's going to go here. That's cool. And you can even put a price with it. The workbook and the worksheet will put a price with it today. But what I'm really going to ask you to do is decide on the first thing that you're actually going to build and what you're going to charge for that first thing. So yeah, pick your three, fill in all of the blanks, but I want you to actually decide on the first one you're going to build and what you're going to charge for it. And here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Make a commitment. If you're in the momentum bucket, map out what your perfect product suite is. Make sure that you don't have any gaps. Put it down on paper. Put a plan down. But I want to know, if you're in the momentum, what's the next thing you're going to do? Are you about to add something new? Are you about to make something better? Like, do you have to get rid of something and add something new, or do you have to make something better? And what are you going to charge for it? And if you're in the scale bucket, what's the next thing for you? And thing is not plural, Pat, it's singular. What's the next thing for you? Yeah, make sure that you don't have any gaps. But what do you need to add? Or what do you need to double down on because it's like it's working so well in the market right now? What is the first or next thing that you're going to do as it pertains to your perfect product suite? And what are your goals for it